You guys hear us okay?
Gotcha.
Okay, we're going to start with Corey Taylor, and then we'll have Allie Green up shortly after Corey.
Boy, got a serious line.
Questions?
Corey, you're a veteran player,
Mm-hmm.
so you've been through preseason practice before, and you know kind of what it's supposed to feel like in terms of where a team is at when they're ready. Were you relieved when this decision was made? I mean, did you feel like you guys weren't ready to play, or you weren't ready to play, or did you see it differently than that?
Yeah, I think I saw it a little differently. I wouldn't say that we weren't ready to play. Um, our coaches have done a really good job of preparing us to be able to play. Obviously, because of the state that we're in as far as the pandemic goes, you're not getting as many chances to practice, and I think an extra week will help both sides be able to go out there and perform to the best of their abilities.
What was the first thing that went through your head when you heard the news that it was getting postponed? I mean, were you shocked or did you see it coming?
Initial reaction, I was just excited to get another week of
This
practicing.
meeting is being recorded.
All right, let's try that again. How did you feel?
I was excited to get another week of practice just because we love practice. We have great competition, inside of our team, and being able to go out and make each other better was exciting for me. It always is.
The part of you had to be disappointed that this season wasn't going to start on time.
As long as the season comes eventually, I'm happy. I think there's been a lot of uncertainty since the beginning of COVID when the season would start. So I mean, we're an adaptable team. Um, as long as the season starts, though, we'll be happy.
Does this last 24 hours and this getting postponed, does that change in your mind your outlook on the chances of the season happening in full?
Honestly, I really don't know. I really don't know. I think there's a lot of people who are, you know, paid to make those decisions. I don't know if I'm technically qualified to make those decisions yet. I know that we're doing everything that we can to make sure that we're as safe as possible. So I hope that, as other teams around the country do that, that we can make a season happen.
I don't know about everybody else on this call, but I'm speaking for myself and for Nathan too. We have no idea what it's like to get ready for a football season.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give us some idea of what a 9-day break does, or what the challenge is? For an athlete, we know you guys are in shape and you do it year round.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a reason this decision was made. What is so difficult for an athlete at your level when you have to take a pause like that?
Yeah, a 9-day break. I mean, at this high of a level, Division 1, especially in our conference, and playing a team like Oklahoma State. They're a good team. Playing anyone, it's hard to take 9 days off without being able to come together and uh, exercise and make sure that you're in the best physical shape possible. So, I mean, it is a little bit more difficult, but when we came back, we really hit the ground running with our strength staff. Eric Anthony, our strength and conditioning coach, he's done a really good job. Jevin Bowman, they've done a really good job of making sure that we're ready to go. But it was difficult for sure.
Hart, what are you most excited about with this season? I mean, it's been a time where we don't know if we're going to have a season. I mean, it's an ever-day changing thing. So, like this as a whole, how excited are you to finally, hopefully, get the season started next week?
Yeah, I'm beyond excited. I think most of all, I'm excited to see what all the guys are able to do on this team. We had a lot of guys who kind of came back from our time separated because of COVID, really transformed physically, mentally. They knew their playbook a lot better, and then physically they were stronger, faster, bigger. So really being able to go out and play with those guys and see what they're able to do. I think we haven't seen that yet, obviously because we haven't had a game, of course, in a practice setting, but there's obviously a new fire that comes under you when you're in a game time situation. So I'm really excited to see what we're able to do out on the field together.
The running back position was already pretty stacked is available as well. What have you seen from him? What does he add to the group?
Yeah, he definitely adds another dynamic. It's been really exciting being able to see him play, see him grow while he's been here, adapting to the playbook, and then just physically, he brings a lot of tools to the table. He's able to catch out of the backfield. He runs really strong. Him and Chris both, being able to see them both grow and mature so much. We got Deneric in the spring, and obviously Chris being a younger guy, we've gotten to see his growth too. So it's been really good. They're both great additives to the running back room, and we're excited as a unit about what we're able to do.
It's been a while since you guys have had a starting quarterback come back, for a second straight year as the starter.
Mhm.
What benefit have you seen, for the offense, even without a spring ball and the pause and everything? But what benefit have you seen for the offense being able to have Zach back?
I think when you have a quarterback back, obviously the amount of chemistry and the relationships developed with receivers and the amount of trust that's there is heightened to a different level. And I think we get to really see that out at practice, the balls he's being able to throw and the level of connection and completed passes that we have. So we're excited about that. Just his command over the offense has gotten even better. He did a good job last year, but obviously there's always room to grow and improve, and he's definitely done that. And we're excited to see what he's going to do as well.
All right, are you living by a quote at all or a saying? Just keep their head held high with all this and knowing if you're going to be playing or not.
A quote, you know, not exactly a quote. Not exactly a quote. I know the thing that keeps me most level is just my faith. That's been what's helped me navigate through these times, and nothing even just specifically pertaining to the state of what's all going on. Just in general, that is where I look to when there's so much uncertainty around what's going on.
We've seen it with the NBA and the messages that players are able to put on their uniforms, and on the court and everything. And I guess the Big 12 is going to roll out something. Do you know of anything you might be able to do if you want to advocate for any sort of racial equality, social justice? Is there anything you can, put on a sock, or, are you interested in doing anything like that this season?
We're definitely interested in making a firm stance on what we believe, for sure. I don't know what that's going to look like in terms of demonstration out on the field or anything like that, but I do know that we're working really closely with our media team for the football team specifically and developing different things that advocates for equality, and that's really one of the biggest tools that we're going to be using.
Allie, what was your reaction to the news that the game would be pushed back a week? A little bit of relief because you knew that maybe you guys were a little behind in terms of practice, or bummed out because you got to wait a week. What was your reaction?
My reaction was more of a bummed out because we gotta wait a week because we haven't played in so long, and as a team, um, I feel like everybody was excited to play, but getting more preparation to go against any team or anybody is always good. So it's kind of bittersweet.
How much do you look forward to this matchup? Wallace was a handful. I mean, you guys had great cornerback play last year, and he's out. I mean, he's an All-American for a reason. How much do you look forward to, those receivers and that offense you guys get to face? There's not much better than that across the country.
Yeah, they have a good receiving core. I actually look forward to this matchup. This is a pretty big matchup. I take all matchups seriously though. So week in, week out, I'm making sure that the DB room is ready to go against any wide receivers. Um, but yeah, I'm very excited for this. This will be fun.
Does this postponement of this game, does that affect kind of, I guess, what you think the odds of this season happening in full are?
No, sir. I know that things change every day. due to the fact the circumstances that we are in right now in the world. So when things change, you have to show resilience, you know, and just be ready to play. And I still have high hopes for the season.
So you're not worried that the season's going to get called off at some point?
No, sir.
What is the challenge that comes with missing 9 days? You know, you guys work out all the time. You're in shape, but obviously this is a really high level of football. So when you have to pause for 9 days, in what ways does that put you behind?
I think in a mental standpoint, you just have to know you have to stay focused. Focus on the task at hand because even though you miss 9 days, like you still have a season ahead of you. You know, the 9 days is a setback for any sport. Like 9 days out of anything you're doing is a setback. But just keep grinding and stay focused for the most part.